Hi, you are watching The Savera. This is Amarpal Singh before you. As we are celebrating the International Women's Day, we are having with us a renowned pediatrician and an activist from Patiala, Dr. Harshinder Kaur. Welcome, ma'am, to The Savera. Ma'am, how you see the Women's Day and how you define the word empowerment?
See, actually, this Women's Day is just to remind that there was a big show at that time in 1922. It was the labor class which actually revolted. And basic idea was that the female should be given equal rights and equal amount of pay. That was the main reason they were not given anything. So, and the second thing was that they were actually treated very badly at that time. So they wanted that we are also human beings, at least treat us as humans. So this day is not specifically, see, basically now what we are doing is we are rather concentrating on one day, that this only day should be celebrated as Women's Day and the rest of the days are not for her. Actually, this is a reminder for those women who are still fighting for their rights. So that means the rest of the women should actually get together, and at least on this day they should be either there should be fast track courts so that we can give justice to these women, or at least there should be one single voice from every corner and every nook and corner that no woman will be harassed at least on this day, rather than giving free sea travel or free, these things are rather denigrating women. This is not the right thing to be done. We actually as women want, okay, we should be given equal rights. See, at work still majority of the females are suffering at the hands of their seniors, and no justice is being given to them. Everything is being suppressed. So that is the point where still 68% are still having domestic violence. They are suffering domestic violence, so that should be immediately curtailed.
The situations had totally changed for past 2 decades. If we say talk about the privileges now the women are getting in the society, how you see that difference has affected?
See, it is only the tip of the iceberg, what we can say, those women who are getting this privilege. Because, see, I was at Canada when I met one minister there. So, she was a lady. And when I talked about domestic violence with her in the parliament, I was also shocked when she said that she also has suffered domestic violence. For me, it was a big shock. Okay, I am from a developing country and you are from a developed country, and you are talking about domestic violence, then where should we go? But she said because of retaining the power, I didn't speak anything. See, that was the moment then I had to think twice. What is happening in our country? See, those females who are not economically independent, now they are suffering at the hands of their in-laws, at the hands of their husbands, just to remain there, and also for their children. See, if a minister of other country can tolerate this just because of her seat, her power, and it is almost the same situation here also. So that is why this suffering is still going on just to retain that power. The moment the women, they are economically independent, believe me, the change can be seen in the same day. Rather than giving this free, I think it should be stopped immediately. This is the ultimate disaster that we are doing.
So you believe that even today it is a man-dominating society?
Yes.
Is it the only reason behind the increasing marital disputes?
No, it is not as simple as you think. It is not just one way. It is actually a cobweb type phenomena. See, there are so many of things. See, majority of the families now we are seeing the male partner is just hardly either 10th or 8th pass or 12th pass, and you are getting a female who is MA or PhD. So you can see that inferiority complex which is generating in the minds of the male, that also plays a big role. And secondly, because the female is earning more, so that is again a cause for the disagreement and of course recurrent fights, because again the inferiority complex is increased. So then the next step is to tell her not to do the job. So now that highly educated female who is just sitting there, so with even a minor fight, she calls her parents back, okay, this is the situation, why I am sitting here. Then the result is a counter attack. So this is actually really a mixed phenomena which is going on, and really it is tough now at present to settle down these situations. But I think parents can play a role, a big role, but provided in their minds they actually think what is equality. See, if the women is earning, what is the harm in it if the male counterpart can do work in the kitchen? Hardly matters. This is the same scenario in Western world. You can see it. This is happening. So once we have to see, change our mind, change our thinking, that this is normal now in this routine. If they once we start thinking on these lines, everything will be settled.
Talking about the social media and the reality shows in which a woman is playing as is on the panelist, and she's using abusive language or objectionable language, how you see that, how it is impacting the society?
No, I'm sincerely very much against all this. Words at least have a big impact on the character, and not only on of the person, but they have a long lasting impact on the society, on the younger minds who see that these things are being projected again and again on the media. That means if we follow the same lines, we'll be highlighted in a day. So we'll get the all the importance what we want to do it. So that means it should be the duty of the media to cut that point, not to show it again and again. Then only if we show more negativity, people will be attracted towards that. If we show more positivity, you will see the change in the society.
At last, what kind of message you want to give to the society?
See, what I want to say is that celebrating just a woman's day is not enough. And the other part of, see, people usually talk, okay, this is the day for the woman, they can do whatever they do, they go to hookah bars, they go to see rave parties and whatnot. This is not actually what Women's Day was meant for, because the new generation, they don't know what we have or our elders have suffered at the time of, see, because in 1922 you can understand we were not there, but when we hear their stories how it all happened, that means a lot was done, many suffered, many died, and those atrocities, they still haunt somewhere in our mind. But we fail there while we have to tell those stories to our new generation. We tell them one part, yes, you are free to do anything, but then this is only a part of rights, what we are telling them. But then what they have to do for the country, that is missing. That is why people just run away from this. They throw, see, dirt everywhere because they are not attached to their country. They don't know that this is their part they have to pay now. What they have to repay is missing. At least that should be taught in the schools so that we can get a better generation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So she was Dr. Harshinder Kaur, and you are watching The Savera. Stay tuned to us. Follow us both on Facebook and YouTube, and also download our mobile application. Amarpal Singh with cameraman Manoj Sidhu.